In our world today, hearing loss is a major problem. Although 90% of the world population has normal hearing, 10% do not, meaning 1 out of 10 people are hearing impaired. But what does it mean to be hearing impaired? Here's a simple example of what hearing loss is. For people with normal hearing, we say that they hear 100% of the sound. For people who are legally hearing impaired, we say that they hear around 30 to 50% of the sound. Some people might be thinking, what about hearing aids? Hearing aids do work in the sense that they provide increased hearing, but even though hearing aids exist, they are not always accessible. Hearing aids generally come with a high financial cost and are socially stigmatized by their unappealing appearance. Introducing the latest in technology innovation, SmartHear. To use SmartHear, download the app on a Bluetooth-enabled smartphone. SmartHear also requires a Bluetooth-enabled headset. That's all you need to experience increased hearing. But what is it like to be hearing impaired without SmartHear? Here's an example in the form of a lecture. While the professor speaks up front, those that are hearing impaired, the yellow figures, have a hard time hearing. They eventually need to ask the professor to repeat himself. But how would the same lecture be with SmartHear? The professor speaks up in front of the lecture hall just like the previous example, except this time he has a smartphone device up front and his hearing impaired students both have Bluetooth headsets. As you can see, the headset allows those that are hearing impaired to understand the professor clearly, promoting a productive learning environment. For now, here is a brief introduction into SmartHear's user interface. Here, the main menu is shown, featuring SmartHear's 3 main functions. These functions are broadcast, voice-to-text, and recordings. For now, let's talk about how to use broadcast. To use broadcast, make sure that you are first on the Broadcast tab. From there, select one-to-many if you would like to join a group broadcast. If not, select one-to-one. Please note that one-to-many requires you to connect via Wi-Fi, and one-to-one requires you to connect via Bluetooth. If you have not created the appropriate connection, you will be prompted to do so. Once connected, you will be taken to the broadcast screen. Let's go through the functions slowly, starting with talk and listen. By default, listen will be on. To change this to talk, click on the Talk tab. When a tab is orange, it means that it is on. When listen is on, your smartphone will be receiving broadcasts, while when talk is on, your smartphone will be broadcasting. Next, let's move on to record and reduce noise. Toggle record to record the current transmission. Toggle reduce noise to reduce external sounds during transmission. Both of these functions are on when their icons are orange. And now the start button. Press this to start voice transmission. Now here's a small overview of the broadcast function. A tab is toggled on if it is orange. For this example, talk is on while listen is off, record is on, and reduce noise is on. To stop voice transmission, simply press the stop button. Next, we will talk about recordings. To use recordings, press the Recordings tab on the bottom right of the screen. If no recordings have been made yet, the screen should appear like this. Once a recording has been made, the screen will look something like this. From this menu, select the desired audio file. Now onto the third function, voice to text. Select the Voice to Text tab on the bottom left of the screen. If you are not currently connected via Bluetooth, you'll be prompted to do so. Once connected, this screen should appear. Press Start to begin Voice to Text. Say a sentence and press Stop when you are done. Your words should appear as text on the screen. To save this text as a text file, press Save at the top right of the screen. Remember, Voice to text is meant for short phrases and not for prolonged paragraphs. Thank you from the Smart Hear team. We hope you find this video helpful and that Smart Hear will make a positive impact on those that are hearing impaired.